You going? The Arky jacket makes way too much noise for me to wear the entire video.
Welcome to the Mark Boudelier Show, where we show Johns and sometimes drip. Drip or drown, baby. Drip.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is I, Mark Boudelier, and today we're going to be talking about Arcteryx. But we're not only going to be talking about Arcteryx, we're going to be talking about the Arcteryx Jil Sander collection that I guess is already out, but I think is getting like a wider release to other retailers coming up in the next week or so, whatever day it is. I really don't know anymore. But yeah, so if you're new here, hi, welcome, subscribe, hit the push notification bell, all that. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting any further. Let's just go ahead and jump right into this collection. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the two brands before I jump right into the pieces, just in case for whatever reason you're not familiar with one or the other. You can kind of get somewhat of a feel before we just immediately dive on in. So starting with Arcteryx. If you're not familiar with Arcteryx or have not seen the logo or anything at this point, then I really don't know what to tell you. It is infiltrated on our Instagram Explore feeds. It is everywhere. People are just throwing them on a sunny ass day, knowing damn well that there is no chance of rain. There's people dumping water over their heads in the shower. That's how hyped Arcteryx jackets are at this point. They're definitely at an all-time high, which I think is honestly pretty hilarious given that it is such an understated, minimalist type outdoorsy brand. Prior to this hype, it was pretty much just like 35-year-old uncles wearing this, going to REI, dropping, you know, like half a rack to a rack on a jacket that absolutely none of us knew about, just flexing to themselves. So I'm sure they're pretty stunned by all of this that's going on. That's that. But yeah, so their stuff's pretty expensive. It's outdoor gear. It's the top of the line type stuff. Most of it's Gore-Tex, or at least the shell jackets are, based out of Canada. You're looking at like $600 probably on average for one of their shell jackets. Of course, you can get them online secondhand for cheaper. That's the case with most stuff. But yeah, that's Arcteryx. That's pretty much a good little crash course. Anything you want to know further, definitely just like look it up online and like read for yourself or something. But they've been around for a long time, so if you want like history and all that, I'll leave you to that. Jil Sander, specifically Jil Sander Plus, is what this collaboration is. The Jil Sander Plus line started in fall/winter 2019, it says. I'm not the biggest Jil Sander fan out there, so I don't really have all of the information for you. I'm literally just taking what's on the website and kind of making it a little bit more digestible for you just for the sake of this video. But I've only owned a couple pieces from Jil Sander in the past. In fact, I think only a pair of shoes. So I am not necessarily the, I don't know everything about them. So yeah. But anyways, this whole collection was meant to kind of add to the Jil Sander world and make it more like lifestyle, more for outside of the city, trips to the mountains, to the sea, to the countryside is what it says. Blends luxury, comfort, and design with honest, authentic items. The mood is utilitarian, relaxed, cozy. Most of the garments are unisex, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty much all you really need to know. It says the creative directors grew up feeling at home in the mountains, skiing, snowboarding, hiking, climbing, living in nature, yada, yada, yada. So that alone kind of makes the collaboration make a little bit more sense, because if you're like me, when I first saw that the collaboration was like a thing, like back when they were teasing it, like I want to say almost a year ago, I was like, that's kind of random, kind of cool though, whatever. But I think this makes it a little bit more clear as to why this collaboration makes sense. That's pretty much enough to kind of get us through. Let's go ahead and look at the pieces. So this collection is broken down into a shell jacket, a ski overall, bib pants, which is basically like ski overalls almost, and then a parka. There's 2 colorways to everything. There's an all black, and then there's like this kind of nice, almost like grayish blue color that has like other colors accented. So we'll start here with the shell jacket. This jacket is coming in at nearly $1,900. It's gonna be pretty similar to an Arcteryx jacket. I will tell you that right now. So both of them are gonna be Gore-Tex. Both of them are, like a shell jacket. This one does have leather detailing, which I honestly don't know why you'd want leather, given that you're going to be wearing this in the pouring rain. Kind of makes no sense, but I guess, luxury is luxury. Moving on, that's pretty much the only difference, is really just that leather and the Jil Sander Plus embroidered logo underneath the Arcteryx logo. So there you go. In terms of silhouette, it does have like what looks like a slightly longer length. It has like the zip pocket on the sleeve, which you don't find on every Arcteryx jacket, as well as maybe like a thicker cuff at the arm. That's, like the biggest differences that I'm really noticing from my Arcteryx jacket. It has like a pocket on the bottom on one side. So slightly different detailing, but in my personal opinion, there's not enough really changed for me to justify like well over $1,000 more than just buying like your regular Arcteryx jacket. Like a Beta AR is like a pretty standard Arcteryx jacket, like not their top of the line jacket, I don't think, but it's like a good solid jacket from them. And honestly, this jacket just doesn't look like it's like $1.50 better, in my personal opinion. You could have a different opinion, that's totally cool, but yeah, it's just kind of hard to justify that. I'm not saying this is a bad jacket by any means. I would certainly probably wear this jacket. Oh, also, it says it's dark gray. I feel like it looks bluish to me, but maybe I'm just an idiot. But yeah, no, I just don't see how this jacket can be fully justified. Luxury is luxury, and I get that that's the Jil Sander label comes with a price, but it's just not a price that I necessarily feel like is worth it in this case. There's the black colorway as well, which I do think is the superior colorway. Just given that I feel like it feels more Jil Sandery to me. I feel like when I think of Jil Sander, I think of like very like basic colors, like black, white kind of thing. And I just think the black one looks very, very clean, crisp, easy to wear, all of that. I can almost justify the black colorway a little bit more just because you could wear it like every single day. With that being said, I still can't justify it at all. But yeah, that's just the way I see it. I think the black colorway is better. Let's jump into the other items though. So we have the ski overalls, which is basically like coveralls for skiing, basically full Gore-Tex. You got the zip. It actually has like a double zip, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it's cool. It's out of stock, so I don't know if people are buying this for fashion or function. I don't know if there's just like a weird like cult following of skiers that also love Jil Sander. I feel like the likelihood is pretty low. So who knows? Maybe there's just like random hooligans wearing ski overalls, Jil Sander ski overalls, just in the streets, just casually. I think that's honestly pretty ridiculous. I feel like this is not the type of item to just kind of wear casually. I feel like in general, like if you go to like a thrift store, like all of like the ski pant type stuff is like, it's cool to look at and you're like, oh shit, like that, I could make a cool fit with that. You take it home, you put it on, and you're like, wow, my legs are burning up, or like, wow, like where's the pockets at, or like whatever the case. Like they're just not like function, or they're not really fashionable. They're not like they really serve their purpose on the slopes and not just like out on the town. But that's the way I see it. I think it looks a little not the greatest to be worn casually, but who knows? Like I said, there could be a secret cult following of skiers that love Jil Sander, and I'm just not aware. So whatever. Now we're looking at the Bib Pants, which essentially is just Gore-Tex overalls, also designed for skiing. I think these are like maybe a little bit more wearable than the others, but still not a whole lot more. I don't know, man. $1,500 for these. I think it would make more sense to shell out the money for the jacket as opposed to one of these options, unless of course you're a skier. Just simply because, like, how many days out of the week are you gonna wear Arcteryx Jil Sander overalls? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just seems like a weird thing to invest in. But I mean, I guess if you got luxury income like that, then it really doesn't matter. But if you're someone who just appreciates these brands and like wants to pick up a piece from this collaboration, I do not think this is the one to invest in. That's just me though. So let's move on to the Parka. That's going to be the last item on the list. I haven't always been like a huge fan of Parkas, but I think in this case it like is pretty well done. A nice straight silhouette. I don't know, man. I like it. I think it's one of the better pieces, if not the best piece in the collection. However, $2,300 is pretty crazy. I mean, there is added details to this one. Like, I like the way it drapes. Like, it actually looks like more of a luxury piece, in my opinion, than some of the other items. A lot of them just look like function, like outdoor jacket type stuff, or just like regular ski wear. I think this one almost has its place in a more like fashion type like atmosphere in a sense. But still, I am not gonna justify $2,300. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna justify $2,300. But overall, I think this collaboration is okay. I think they kind of played it safe. But at the same time, it is literally two minimalistic brands, so what do you really expect? I think it could have been a little bit of a larger collection. I think they kind of they really stuck to the heavy hitters in a sense. Like, everything they have is like, you know, nearly $2,000. I feel like they could have maybe done like a t-shirt. Yeah, that could have been like seen as kind of a cash grab, but you know, for the people that kind of want to cop something from this collection, I think it would have been nice to have like, you know, a semi-affordable t-shirt. And when I say semi-affordable, I mean it probably would still be like $200 or $300, but it would have been a little bit more attainable is where I'm getting at. I feel like they could have easily done that. They could have easily done like a beanie. I mean, Arcteryx beanies are so popular right now that like even if they just had one with like a little embroidery, again, super cash grab, but also like I think people would have appreciated it. Overall, I think this collection is like a solid 7 out of 10. If you take the price point part out of it, you know, it's pretty clean, easy to wear, good photos and everything. You know, it's well done, but it's a doozy. It's a doozy. But whatever. Overall, good stuff, I guess. I could definitely go and on this a lot more if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this collection, if you hate this collection, whatever, leave a comment down below. And of course, if you want to have more conversation about this collaboration or anything else in the world of fashion, join my Discord. The link is down below. We have a full community of nearly 1,000 beautiful, beautiful people who all love talking about fashion. So definitely join in and join the conversation. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye.
Here we go again, I guess I'm on a new kickstand. I'ma have to run and get that new newsstand.